So step 3 is going to take a bit of space, so I've started a new page. So step 3 of the 4-step process is that we have to calculate the test statistic. So we've got our x's, 0, 2, 1, and 1, which are associated with y scores of 4, 9, 6, and 9. I'm rewriting them because I have other columns that I need now. I need to find the mean of the x values. So that is 0 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 divided by 4, which is 4 divided by 4, which is equal to 1. I'll do the same for the y scores. The mean of y is 4 plus 9 plus 6 plus 9 divided by 4, which is equal to 28 divided by 4, which is 7. I'm going to add a column up here. Each x score minus its mean. 0 minus 1 is minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. And that's for the next two. And then I will have y minus the mean of y. So 4 minus 7 is minus 3. 9 minus 7 is 2. 6 minus 7 is minus 1. 9 minus 7 is 2. Then I'm going to take each of those values and I'm going to square them. So 1 squared minus 1 squared is 1. 1 squared is 1. 0 squared is 0. I will do the same for the y scores. Sorry, there should be a squared up there. So minus 3 squared is 9. 2 squared is 4. Minus 1 squared is 1. So those two columns, so this is a y, allow me to calculate the sum of squares for x and the sum of squares for y. So the sum of squares for x is equal to 1 plus 1 plus 0 plus 0. So that's equal to 2. The sum of squares for y is equal to 9 plus 4 plus 1 plus 4, which is equal to 18. So now what I'm going to do to calculate this sum of products is I'm going to take this column, x minus its mean, multiplied by this column, y minus its mean. Minus 1 times minus 3 is 3. 1 times 2 is 2. 0 times minus 1 is 0. 0 times 2 is 0. Be careful with all of these columns to make sure that you're choosing the right one, because what you don't know is this is about take number 4 for this part, because I keep mixing up my columns. So the sum of products is the sum of this column. So 3 plus 2 plus 0 plus 0, which is equal to 5. The last part of step 3 is to calculate the Pearson correlation. Which is R equals sum of products on top divided by the square root, sum of squares x times the sum of squares y. So the sum of products comes down here, 5, divided by the square root. The sum of x was 2, and the sum of squares y was 18. So it's 5 divided by the square root of 36. It's 5 divided by 6, because the square root of 36 is 6, which is equal to 0.83. So the good news for us right now is that our correlation is positive, and that's what we predicted with our scatter plot.